What if the cheapest thing you've ever bought was you? You didn't install a shopping app. You installed a sensor. Every tap, every scroll, every place your phone goes, it goes too. This app knows where you sleep, where you work, where you pray. And according to state investigators, it was designed that way. Temu isn't just undercutting prices. It's exploiting trade laws, burning billions in losses, and quietly harvesting data at a scale most people don't understand. By the time regulators slammed the door shut, half of its users vanished overnight. So tonight we're asking a different question. Not, how is this so cheap? But what does it actually cost? Because if your phone is in your pocket right now, you might already be holding the most dangerous product Temu sells. This doesn't look like a store. It looks like a casino. Before you see a product, you see a game. Spin the wheel, scratch the card, beat the clock. Everything is urgent. Everything is ending soon. Nothing ever ends. This is not accidental design. It's behavioral engineering. Temu is built to hijack the brain's reward center, the same loop used by slot machines, and mobile games, and social media. Random rewards, bright colors, fake scarcity, tiny wins. You don't shop. You chase. They call it shop like a billionaire. That's the slogan. And it's a lie. Because billionaires don't spin wheels for plastic phone cases, they don't race countdown timers, and they definitely don't need to feel rich. That slogan isn't for your wallet. It's for your psychology. It makes you feel wealthy, while the company quietly bleeds cash. Here's the part they don't advertise. Every time you place an order, Temu loses money. A lot of it. Analysts estimate they burn around $30 per order in the US, not over a year. Not over a customer's lifetime. Per order, shipping, subsidies, refunds, ads. They're paying you to keep scrolling. So how does a company survive by losing money on everything? Simple. They found a loophole. It's called the de minimis exemption. In plain English, if a package is worth less than $800, it enters the US tax-free. No tariffs, no duties, no questions. Most American retailers ship in bulk. They pay import taxes up front. Temu doesn't. They ship millions of tiny packages directly from Chinese factories, straight to your door. Each one small enough to fly under the radar. It's legal, it's brilliant, and it's temporary. But while it lasts, it funds the illusion. $5 headphones, $3 shirts, $2 kitchen tools. Prices so low your brain stops doing math. That's the trick. Because the app isn't optimized for profit. It's optimized for addiction. Every spin, every coupon, every fake only two left warning is another hit. This is a digital drug. And like any dealer, Temu is willing to lose money up front. Because the first hit is never about profit. Burning billions of dollars isn't a mistake. It's a down payment. They aren't trying to make a profit on the cheap plastic. They're buying access to something much more valuable. Temu didn't come out of nowhere. It has a sibling. Before Temu flooded American phones, there was Pinduoduo. Same DNA, same parent company, same code base. And Pinduoduo has a history, a quiet one, a dangerous one. In 2023, versions of Pinduoduo were removed from the Google Play Store. Not for bugs, not for policy violations, for malware. Security researchers found code that could bypass Android's built-in protections, exploit system vulnerabilities, and gain privileges normal apps are never supposed to have. In plain terms, once installed, it didn't just ask for permission. It took it. According to independent security analysts, including reports cited by firms like Grizzly Research, the app was capable of behavior that went far beyond shopping, reading system data, tracking precise location in real time, monitoring other apps on the device, not just what you bought, but who you are. When that story broke, Pinduoduo disappeared from Western headlines, and Temu appeared. New name, new market. Same engine. Cybersecurity experts who examined Temu noticed something familiar: obfuscated code, hidden functions, logic designed to avoid detection by security tools. This isn't amateur spyware. It's professional. Researchers warned the app could potentially access stored messages, track GPS movements continuously, change system settings, and observe what other apps you use and when, all while pretending to sell you socks. And here's the part most people miss. You agreed to it, buried in the permissions, hidden behind bright buttons and spinning wheels. This is consent by exhaustion. Click, allow, spin again, get your reward. It's like inviting a burglar into your house because he offered you a free toaster. Sure, you got the toaster, but now he knows where you live, what rooms you use, when you're home, and what you value. And unlike a burglar, this one doesn't leave. Because Temu isn't just collecting data for ads, it operates under a legal system where companies are required to hand over data to the state upon request. No warrant, no notification, no appeal. So ask yourself this: if an app has deep behavioral data, location history, purchase psychology, and social patterns on over 100 million Americans, what happens next? Because data at this scale isn't passive, it's leverage. And once it's collected, you don't get it back. Up to now, the damage has been invisible: data, behavior, surveillance. But Temu's impact doesn't stop at your phone. It shows up on your skin, in your home, and in places most consumers never see. Temu doesn't make products. It aggregates them. Over 80,000 third-party suppliers, most of them in China, many operating in total opacity. And that's where the real risk begins. Multiple congressional investigations have warned that Temu's supply chain carries an extremely high risk of forced labor, especially from the Uyghur region of Xinjiang. This is a region where over 1 million people have been detained in what human rights groups describe as forced labor and re-education camps. Cotton, textiles, solar components, manufactured goods. Xinjiang touches everything. U.S. law technically bans these imports. But enforcement relies on traceability, and Temu's business model breaks that system. Small packages, direct shipping, minimal inspection, suppliers self-certify compliance. Temu doesn't independently verify. Congress called that system dubious. That's the polite version. Then there's what's inside the box. Independent testing and media investigations have repeatedly found toxic chemicals in ultra-cheap imported goods, lead in children's toys, cadmium in jewelry, PFAS in clothing, chemicals banned in the U.S. decades ago. These substances don't cause immediate harm. They accumulate. Lead doesn't announce itself. It lowers IQ, impairs development, damages organs silently. And when products are sold for $2, there is no margin for safety, no quality control, no chemical testing, no accountability. If something goes wrong, the seller disappears, the listing vanishes, the app moves on. You can't return contamination. This is the physical cost of frictionless consumption. The cheaper it gets, the more corners are cut. Labor, safety, human dignity. So while the app distracts you with games and giveaways, The real price is paid elsewhere, by people you'll never meet, using products you were never meant to trust. And once they're inside your home, the damage isn't theoretical anymore. It's already been delivered. In the end, it wasn't complicated. We traded our privacy for $3 headphones, a few taps, a spinning wheel, a box on the doorstep, and in exchange, we handed over where we go, what we buy, how we think. Temu didn't break the system. It used it. A loophole in trade law, a loophole in attention, and a loophole in trust. The prices were never the product. We were. People say data is the new oil, but oil is drilled once. Data is pumped constantly, refined endlessly, sold invisibly. And you are the well. Every location ping, every late-night scroll, every impulsive tap during a dopamine rush. That information doesn't disappear. It compounds. And once it leaves your phone, it's no longer yours. So here's the real question. Is anything truly cheap if you don't know the price? If you want to protect your data, share this video. Because awareness is the only thing that scales faster than surveillance. And if you want more investigations into the companies quietly running the world, subscribe to the Venture Log. Because anyone can shop like a billionaire, but only billionaires can afford to ignore the cost.